Good morning. I'm coming to you on the morning of Maundy Thursday, which is the day that helps us remember the Last Supper, the day Christ instituted the Lord's Supper, communion, the Eucharist, which is a ritual where every week we come together around God's table to be welcomed by God and welcomed by each other. And this ushers in the events of Easter weekend, which includes Good Friday and Easter Sunday as well. On Easter, we remember the original good news that Christ is risen. We've spent much of this year thinking about how we can put the gospel in our own words and share the good news with others. And so it all begins with, on some level, realizing ourselves and sharing the news that Christ is risen. But before we get to the empty tomb, there's a cross to gather around. And so I encourage all of us to spend time on Friday night and Sunday morning remembering the events of this weekend.
Speaking of the cross, there are a few phrases that just echo around in our minds when we gather around the cross on Good Friday. Listen to some of these as we prepare for this weekend. Wanting to please the crowd, Pilate released Barabbas to them. He had Jesus flogged and handed him over to be crucified. When they had finished mocking him, they took off the purple robe and put his own clothes back on him. Then they led him away to be crucified. It was 9 a.m. when they crucified him. The written notice against him read, "The King of the Jews." He saved others, they said, but he can't save himself. At noon, darkness came over the whole land until 3 p.m. At 3 p.m, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, "Eloi, Eloi, lema sabachthani," which means, my God, why have you forsaken me?" With a loud cry, he breathed his last. The curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. And the centurion, who was standing there in front of Jesus, when he saw him die, he said, "Surely this man was the Son of God." See you Friday and see you Sunday.